Hey, welcome to Watson's Models. I dropped a hint on the last video about doing a review or just wanting to show you something because I kind of like some of the vintage stuff, and I did take some notes here. I wrote them down on a scratch piece of paper, but it was 1/96 scale, and nobody, I think one person tried to guess what it was, and it's a tank. Nah, it's not a tank. But if you're my age, I am willing to wager that about 50 to 60% of you guys attempted this kit. Okay, so here's some basic statistics of the model I'm going to show you. The instruction booklet's 20 pages long. Okay, it's got 47 steps of subcomponents. All right, and according to ScaleMates, it originally came out in 1965. It was released again in 69. In 1974, it had new parts. In 76, new parts. In 77, they put a new box art to it. 1978, it looks like new parts. 1999 on to today, there were 5 different new boxes made up on this, and in 2014 there were new parts. Now what I'm going to show you, my version is from 2004. So the 2004 box art, as it's listed here, is actually a different box art than this. So this must have just came out right after the fact because it shows a timeline. It wasn't very clear. So I was noodling around on Facebook Marketplace, and I'm constantly looking, right, to see what's out there. And I'm always trying to find the kits that I used to have when I was younger, because a lot of them I started, never finished. They got broken, whatever. So without further ado, I'm going to show you what I picked up last week. Old Ironsides, USS Constitution, Revell, and you know, in this particular box, you've got Revell.com, but and then you had Revell monogram, and then I don't know all the timelines. There's some good videos out there on these companies, but yeah, this box is definitely weathered, and it's seen better days. But come on now, show of hands, who attempted this kit? All right. And it's pretty cool. So even though the box is damaged, the contents are in pretty good shape. The instructions are pristine, okay? And those steps that I told you about take you all the way up to getting the masts installed. And then you have separate instructions for the rat line rigging, the jeers and halyards, and all of the stuff that you need to rig the ship with, okay, in these documents. And then here's some running rigging and some additional stuff. But I think if I ever do build this model, I'm not going to put the sails on it, because as you know, now here's how it looks. So you can see that the sails are a bit stained. They are vacuum formed, and one of them has damage, and that's this one. Okay, so it's been pinched a little bit and cracked, and I suppose I like to use the words, if a guy was really ambitious, he would make these out of fabric, some scale fabric if he could. But so anyways, you get 3 of these pieces of sails. I mean, they're relatively well detailed and stuff. I'm nowhere near good enough. I mean, hell, I got to learn how to do rigging, and I got wooden ship models and stuff that I started and never finished. In fact, I got one of them put away. I have to show it to you. Okay, so inside the box, just about everything is still in plastic. All right. There was some of this rigging material that's just, it's in pretty rough shape, but it looks like I guess they're sort of pre-made for you, these ladders or whatever you want to call them. They are in, triangular shape, There's some peach fuzz in the box. Got to have peach fuzz with your kit. And it's molded in, let's see, 1, 2, 3 different colors. And so you have the black, which has, it has parts, lots of parts. Okay, we got this cream colored, the decking and all that business. And then we start looking at the guns, and looks like a bunch of rigging material or whatever is all kind of molded in a brown color. So now, actually this is 2 separate bags taped together. Hang on a second. Hang on a minute. I didn't realize that. I mean, we may as well separate the, yeah, so whoever got it was like, oh, I'm gonna get that and build it, man. All right, so I guess anything that's supposed to have wood representation is molded in brown. You got the little innards of the lifeboats and things of that nature. And then here's the other side of the deal. Nah, I know it's made in China. What can you do? I'm not trying to support the Chinese, but I got a great freaking deal on this kit. Couldn't pass it up. Hey, there's a little bit of a crew here. Check out the crew. Have fun painting those dudes. There is lots of ropes and rigging lines and stuff like that. And if you remember, I remember the kit came in 2 halves. And this will just give you the idea of the size of the hull. Very first step, they want you to paint the hull. And I remember when I got it as far as painting the copper. And I tried to do some like green algae looking stuff on it. And in those days I was using, you know, brush on, tester's paint. Nothing was airbrushed. You know, I was very minimum in my skills. And then I don't think I got beyond putting the deck on. I know for a fact I didn't get any masts or guns or anything built. So, but this is kind of cool. And here's the other half of it. You can see it still has a centerpiece here. And I thought there was some clear pieces for the back window here, but there's the other half. All right. So, like a good little boy, we want to put our things together right away just to see how they fit. And you don't line up that good, I can tell you that. You're going to need some clamps for this dude. All right. But there she blows! The USS Constitution. And, well, hell, while I'm showing you an old boat, I should show you something that was given to me as a gift that you guys might be interested too. Let me go get it. So I have to stand up for this one because it's so damn big. Henry Welch, a friend of mine, called me up one day, actually texted me or whatever, and wanted to know if I was interested in having a kit, a wooden boat kit. And not knowing what I was getting into, I was like, yeah, sure. You know, what's going on? And he told me that he had the USS Crockett that he was kind of going to donate to the cause, you know, because I was in the hobby. So I get to his house, and he takes me down into the basement, and boom, here's the Crockett. Now, you got to see the box first of all, okay? Because he still had the box. Now, he and his father started this model, okay? See how big the box is? He started this kit with his dad back in the 70s. And the model got built to a certain point, and then it was sort of left alone after that. And I don't even know if I can pick this up, but let's, because there's a lot of parts that are loose on top. But here we go. This thing is huge. Now, quite the craftsman. A lot of the hard stuff's been done, right? I guess you would say plank on bulkhead. I don't know, but the kit was missing the. Well, let's turn the camera around. Yeah, so right off the bat, you kind of get a sense of the enormity of this model, and it looks like he got as far as getting the hull shaped and glassed. There's some very fine glass work on here, so it's probably it will probably float as it sits. He started building up the, this gun on the front. The smokestack was, put together and started shaping it. Here you have the main, I guess is where the captain and those guys would drive the boat. But inside is the original running gear. It's a Dumas kit, and they still work. I rigged up some power to it and the speed controllers right here, and I was able to get it to still work, although we should probably upgrade the electronics. But put a little oil in here, and I'm telling you, these propellers, them dudes rock and roll. So yeah, this piece needs some work and some repair, but inside we have Futaba servos, and he wasn't able to find the original remote for it, so we'll have to do some work there. But this is such an awesome gift, first of all, and then to entrust me to finish it, I don't know what to say. I'm grateful. Now, if you go out there and look at these, there are some awesome completed versions of this ship where there's lights included and all kinds of stuff. So there's all kinds of railing and lights and doors and different things that go on here. Did an inventory of all the parts. We still have just about everything that's needed to finish this model, including a lot of the metal pieces, and there's an inventory list here. All right, all that white metal stuff. So it's pretty cool. Now, he didn't have the instructions, so I did go online and I found reproductions. And these were the actual print sizes, the original instructions. So this is the USS Crockett. And just look at the level of detail that goes into this boat. So you really got to be a craftsman to take care of that. Now, I have some friends out there that are into wooden boats, and they do remarkable work. In fact, there's some a lot of scratch building going on out there. And anyways, I thought you guys might get a kick out of that. The instructions, here's the actual all written, okay? Step number 1, you'll roll up the newspaper, all right? So step by step, reference drawings, humma. So yeah, that's it. Thought you might like that. Yeah, that was cool, man. Navy gunboat. Everybody's got to have a Navy gunboat. I did try, I started a wooden kit, the HMS Endeavor. This is a double plank on bulkhead kit. I started this years and years ago when my children were little, and this dude ended up in storage. And so I got as far as, trying to fill gaps and sanding, and try to get this thing to a place where I can start putting the outer layer on. But, for my first ship and learning how to bend planks and all that kind of stuff, it didn't turn out too bad. And of course, I think this will look really nice when it's stained, but the cuts are pretty decent. So yeah, I have a handful of ship models, boats, patrol boat. My son bought me a PT 109 from AMT. I guess Hobby Lobby had them for like $6 or something. They were clearancing them out. So, but anyways, USS Constitution. I think a lot of us tried it and either never finished it, or we finished it and it got knocked over or something. So, hey, thanks for watching. Thought you might get a kick out of a couple of ships. And that's that. So have a good one. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. We're going to be doing a little open box deal on this Jag Panther kit. So I still owe you that one, all right? Vintage kit, motors, and stuff. Yeah. Get out there and build something.